நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all for the 864th meeting of the Chennai Toastmasters Club. The mission of Chennai Toastmasters Club is to provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before moving into meeting, I would like to brief certain rules to be followed. Please make sure that your mobile phone is in silent. Your mobile will take a few seconds and make sure it is. Those who attend meeting online, you please sit in a silent atmosphere for a better meeting experience. Kindly do not talk 3 topics, which is politics, sex, and religion. With this, I would like to hand over the proceeding to our proceeding officer. The proceeding officer is Toastmaster Naveen. Toastmaster Naveen is an electrical engineer by profession and is working as a quality engineer. He is our current club president. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Naveen. Toastmaster Naveen, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Sergeant Adams, for the warm words. And with this, I would like to declare meeting number 864 open. And I would like to recognize the presence of our founding pillars, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zacharias, and our distinguished Toastmaster Nina Janma. And I get some introduction from guests. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so myself, Rajesh. So I'm working in aerospace industry, doing their business here in Chennai. So I have a music experience. I'm a design engineer, and I lead the team and I'm a son of work. Thank you. Hi, I'm Santosh. I'm a software developer working in Zoho. And I completed electronics and communication engineering. I'm there. I'm in the logistics sector. Last year I passed out MBA, and now I'm working in
And we will get some guest feedback and introduction from at the later part of the meeting. And without further delay, I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting, who is going to be the MC for whole meeting. So I would like to call our assistant manager who is working in the Nissan, Toastmaster Karthik, Toastmaster of the day.
So good evening all. Good evening. 29th January, the last week of January, and the first month of 2023. So it's going to end today. So in order to set a meeting today, I would like to have a theme of the day, which is a regular part of our Toastmaster. So what is theme of the day? We need to set a theme for the day. So today theme, we just set it as the new beginning. This may be the old theme which everyone might receive in the area. But why new beginning? Because for me, this is the first time I'm playing the PMOD role. So yesterday, Navi, I have a small story. Yesterday, I had a discussion with Navi to set the topic for today's theme. So I have a various service. I know Saturday we cannot able to prepare the theme. So I just started to prepare from the last Monday onwards. Whenever I have a chit chat in my with office colleagues, suddenly something will spark in my mind. I will just take a note. So, okay, this week, theme of the day is heaven. Okay, we will just prepare something. Then Wednesday, again something will spark in the mind. okay, something's rock star. Okay, rock star. This week it is going to be a rock star. Then Friday evening, again something is fun. So totally I have 20 theme of the day, more than 20. So I couldn't able to fix anything. So yesterday night I had a discussion with him. He just called me and asked me, Karthik, I need to publish the flyer, man. Just give me the theme of the day. I have the 20 theme of the day. Again, just help me to just pick it up. Then he suggests me one thing. Since this is a new beginning for me, Karthik, so don't worry. Okay, we are here to help. So I just gone through all the 20 items. There is a one topic theme for tomorrow. So this is how the new beginning. The theme of the day has been born yesterday. So without any delay, let me introduce myself once again. I am Karthik Advan, your Toastmaster of the day. I'm going to carry the entire meeting without any boring session. So I will just enter into the meeting. So normally the Toastmaster of the meeting will carry out the three parts. One is report speech. Second one is a table topic session, and third portion is an evaluation portion. So what is prepared speech? So people may be in the Toastmaster aware of that. So people who are guests, the prepared speech is nothing but our existing Toastmaster will prepare something about their own topics and they will just give the speech for 5 to 6 minutes in front of you. So that is prepared. And table topic is little bit suspense that I will disclose you during the time of the table topic. And final one is the evaluation portion. The people who done the prepared speech, we need to evaluate them. So only we can able to identify the pros and cons. Is there any flaws? We can able to identify those things. So the third portion is the evaluation portion. So without any delay, in order to start the meeting, so I would like to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak Thompson, who is working in L&D, past VPPR, past VP. Deepak Thompson, the floor is yours, please.
Great, thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. So I hereby take on general evaluator role. It's 5 minutes back. So thank you, Toastmaster Naveen. So as a general evaluator, my roles and responsibilities is to observe and make note of all the proceedings of the entire meeting, and I will be evaluating each and every proceedings, and then I will give my report during the end of the meeting. So and now I have two teams whom I have to introduce you today. So one is the tag team. Tag team is nothing but the timer, R counter, and grammarian. That's the tag. T timer, R counter A, and G grammarian. So and the timer will be evaluating the time. So of course I would like to introduce the timer to you today, and the timer is none other than our president Toastmaster Naveen. And he has been a very energetic person for the past 4 consecutive terms. So, and he was the past VP VPPR, and he was also past VP Education, and now he has become the president. And Toastmaster Naveen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the warm words. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a timer, my role is to remind all speakers how much time they consumed on their speech, so that we will run the smooth meeting. And for example, if your prepared speech is 4 to 6 minutes, then I will show the green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, at the 6 minute, I will show the red card. And for the table topics, I will show green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, red card at 2 minutes. And for the evaluations, I will show green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. So I will submit my report while called upon by the general evaluator at the later part of it.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster. And for the R counter report, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Ashkar from all the way from Singapore, and he is working in oil and gas sector, and he is a mechanical engineer, and he will be doing the R counter role today. Ashkar, please tell your roles and responsibilities.
Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. Today my role is accounter. The purpose of accounter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate in interjunction such as and, well, but, so, you know. Sounds may be or. During the evaluation portion of the meeting, I will report observation when called upon. Over to Sri Modi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashkar. Now let me introduce the grammarian for today. Grammarian will introduce the word of the day and she will be introducing her roles. Our grammarian for today is Toastmaster Shruti, and she is a associate product manager for 9 Digisoft Insights Private Limited. And she is a Bharatanatyam and Kathak dancer as well. It's good to know. And over to you, Shruti, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. I hope you are doing well. And good afternoon to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I play the role of grammarian, and it is my responsibility to pay close attention to the language usage of speakers, listening closely, and also I will take note of any misuses of English language and as well as any outstanding phrases or words. It is my responsibility to introduce you to the word of the day today. The word of the day is laconic. That the meaning is using very few words. For example, he has a laconic wit, or Lana Del Rey's music is laconic. And also, I would like to introduce the phrase of the day today. It is 40 wings. I repeat, 40 winks, meaning a short nap. For example, I have to get my 40 wings since I didn't have enough sleep last night. I request everyone to use the word of the day and phrase of the day today. Thank you. And I will give my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. Can you please put the word of the day in chat so everyone can see the word of the day and they can use it.
Sure.
And I do have a set of evaluators whom I have to introduce. I will introduce during the end of the towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. It was a wonderful introduction to your tactic. So today we have a 4 set of speakers, and there are some superstars today. So they are going to rock the stage. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce the first speaker, Toastmaster Akash. So Toastmaster Akash is working in L&T and current secretary. So in order to tell the Toastmaster Akash speech, I would like to call Toastmaster Guruvayurappan on stage to share the objective of the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster. My target speaker Akash is attempting his level 1, project 1 from leadership development. His topic is journey of life. So the purpose of statement is to introduce herself or himself in front of the audience and to learn the basic structure of the public speech. So timer, please, no time is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, target speaker Akash.
Hello, Toastmasters and my dear guests. I'm happy to see smiles in your face. As you all know, I am the secretary of Chennai Toastmasters Club. But now I am going to explain about myself. Long ago, not that long, 22 years, 264 days ago, on March 17, 11:45 a.m., I was born and introduced to the world and named as Akash. My father's name is Kestinivasant and my mother's name is Yastunta. After a few days, I asked my father, what is the meaning of Akash? He said, Akash means sky. So what is the meaning? The sky has no limit. So okay. I used to call my parents with their name. That's a freedom they given to me. After 4 years, 100 days, my brother was born. And I kept my brother name as Shamsundar. To tell about him, when he asked for a cup of water, he used to put salts in it and mix it well and give it to me. For that, what I used to do is, I used to tear his homework pages, and that's a revenge I used to take for him. The bond is just different. And in school, I was an average student. Everything going fine until the board exams arrived. We all have a set of neighbors, relatives, and parents who said, this is the most important part in your life. So what I did is, I said, okay. They used to give some examples. So I thought I was feared about the 10th and 12th examinations. So after a few days gone, I kept on reading, but I not kept on doing the things. What I'm reading, I'm not visualizing the things. On mathematics exam, what I do is, I was revising. My friend came to me and said, bro, this question will definitely come, bro. Read it. We all have this set of friends who used to come and say, this question will come, bro. But the question will never come. This topper friend came to me and said, the question will come, compulsory come, you have to read it. What I said is, I have prepared for the part A question. What if they ask 2 questions in the same exercise? So at last moment, I used to read the part B questions. But during the examination, what I did is, I'm trying to what is taught me, that was totally confused to me. When I saw the next girl sitting to me, she used to draw the R on the left side, but my friend taught me on the center. When I see the friend person, he used to draw on the right side. So what happened is, I was very confused and drawing till the time ends. I left my geometry and graph in my mathematics exam, 20 marks in the trash. But at that day, I realized last minute preparation never works, except Toastmasters. So, but I was astonished by the marks. I scored 77. So same scenario, same person, but different result in my class 12. During chemistry board exam, I was sitting and revising the formulas. He used to come to me, bro, have you prepared for the problematic problem? I said, no, bro, I not prepared. And I changed the base itself. When my teacher came to me and said, Akash, revise the isometric problems 13.2. And I said, okay, ma'am. When I checked it, this is the same question that my friend taught me, used to told me. Then after a few minutes, I thought, so in mathematics, I stuck. So I don't want to do the last minute preparation. So I left it. Another friend came to me, bro, this question I have a doubt. Bro, I didn't prepare the problem itself, I said. So when I received the question paper, I didn't see anything. I just went to the step-by-step procedure. But the same question came in compulsory part. Another 10 mark is dashed. On that day, I realized if something keep on trying to you, just review it, try it, or do something, because God is trying to say something to you. After all, I got good cutoff and get selected in Perry Institute of Technology. Yeah, it's engineering line. My parents gave one choice, engineering, and they gave one choice to choose the department, mechanical engineering, where there is no girls. After first year of engineering, I stepped into the first company of Johnson Lift Company as a quality analyst. With a few months of saying, I brought my first mobile, Samsung C90, and few days later, my semester result came. I got cleared in all subjects, including M1. So on June 3rd, the results came in morning. In evening, my father gave me a bike key. He surprised me with a bike. So what I did is, I gone to take my bike. My mother stopped me. Wait a minute. She looked at the calendar and said, "This is a bad time. You can start the bike on tomorrow's morning." So I was dreaming on the next day what will happen, because I got all clear marks and I got a new bike. I was just daydreaming the next day. When I wake up, I used to go and see my bike, but the bike was not there. The bike was stolen. In search of bike, I was gone in a search of bike, but I met an accident. I lost the mobile was broken in pieces. So I was admitted in the hospital. It took 4 days to heal 4 months to heal my body. So during the period, I realized that nothing is permanent. In 8 hours, just everything is fade out. My dream bike was gone, my phone was gone, and everything is just fade out. So after a few months, I realized, so I want to discover what is my passion. So I was basically interested in sports, and I decided I want to become a boxer. So I want to become a boxer too. First I have to go to the boxing class academy. So what I did is, my brain keep on saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. By saying tomorrow, 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 days passed, week passed, and years passed, and I was still not kept into the ring. Well, dear Toastmasters are my dear guests. There is no tomorrow. If you want to go to gym today itself. If you want to ride a bike, ride the bike today itself. If you want to join Toastmasters, join the Toastmasters today itself. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It was a very wonderful journey of your life. So we understand that it was very good, and we will start from today onwards. Okay. Next, I would like to call upon the speaker, Toastmaster Satish. Toastmaster Satish is an ex-secretary of Toastmasters, and he worked as a secretary in Swelland Engineering. So before going to call Satish, I would like to call the evaluator of Toastmaster Satish, Toastmaster Palanichami, on stage to share the objectives of Toastmaster Satish speech.
Toastmaster Satish will be giving his speech on the pathway presentation mastery project 3, which is vocal variety and body language. The purpose of the project is member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. The speech title is No Water, No Gold. Toastmaster Adari.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. So without any further delay, Toastmaster Satish, no water, no gold. No water, no gold. Toastmaster Satish. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Dear Toastmasters and Chief Guest, very good evening to all of you. No water, no gold. Don't forget to save the water. Don't forget to save the rain today. Let us prevent tomorrow's rain. Dear friends, imagine a day without water. If you don't save the water today, the future will be very challenging. I'm always proud to say that I'm a hard worker. I am son of a hardworking farmer who stays day and night in the field work, but he never learned to do the same, though he is getting only low amount of income. So, being a farmer family, I used to play in the rainwater. So those days, the rain is a very happy memory for me. But till 2012 and 14, we never thought that one day we will face a severe water scarcity, where we have raised crops and coconut trees. We raised for so many years, become firewood. The reason I tell you in the later. But the farmers, it is not only we face the water scarcity not only in the one of our village, the entire the city, the district of Erode faces the water scarcity. the village farmers, they paid the money and bought the water from outside people, and we use it for agriculture use and cattle and all of us. And all of the wells in our village, the well become drained, and there was no water in the well. So what we decided that we started to dig the borewell. Most of the farmers started doing the borewell. Before that, we never had a borewell in our villages. One of our farmer, they dig the borewell about 2000 feet. I think in most of the places, maximum size is 700, 500. So it was days that since we didn't have the rain, the water level went to depth. So he did the borewell up to about 2,000 feet, and he got the water. He used it for agriculture. And whether you believe me or not, one of our farmer, he actually bought a drainage water. He collected drainage water and used it for his field. He had the papaya tree in 3 to 4 acres. So usually normal water only we use it for agriculture. So such a situation we faced in those days. Reason is that what happened before 2000. Before 2000 itself, the people started to keep on cutting the tree, and they don't have the think about that we have to save the water, then only it will use it for future requirements. So because of the unaware about the save the tree and save the rain, we faced severe water scarcity in those days. Then after 2 years, where the rain was there, so we happily the last 15 years, we have continuous rain in those places. And what was the lesson we learned from that situation is that we have to plant the trees, many trees, and we have to save the water whenever we have the surplus water, whenever we have the rain water. We have to keep it in one place, on the place, like even maybe in underground or whatever it is. Then definitely will use it for future. So since then, I started to not wasting the water. Even a single drop of water is very, very important for all of us. Any one of us here is faced the water scarcity in our home. Maybe in summer season, all of us definitely we should face the water scarcity. So what I am suggesting is that we should have the rainwater harvesting in all of our home, be it individual house or even apartment. Definitely we should have. Instead of complaining about the government and the system we are having, we have to come ourselves. We have to come ourselves. We have to keep the rainwater harvesting system in all our place to save the water whenever we have the rain. We can manufacture the table or the phone, or we can build it, but the water we cannot manufacture it. It is a God's gift. It's a nature. Whenever we have the surplus water, definitely we should keep it on a place, and we should use it for the future requirements. And like we are in fixed deposit, we are keeping money in bank for making fixed deposit and for the future requirements, any emergency purpose or any to be the hospital or buying anything. It is not. It is more than the rainwater saving is more than that. Definitely, we should keep in. We have every one of us. We should have. I think I have noticed many places. While they using the water for face washing, whatever it is, the people always they use the tap fully and waste the water. And while doing the face washing, in the time gap between the washing and the open the tap, that water itself we could save. Definitely, the little bit of water will be very helpful for us in the future requirements. You may be knowing that the rainwater is very clean water. Definitely, we should keep the water in our home. It is very, very useful for our future children's, all of us. So I hope that all of us will follow the rainwater system. Though we have surpassed the rainwater in the last October and all, every year we will have the rainy season. So we will make up this opportunity and follow this. I hope all of you follow this. Can you so it? We will follow the rainwater system. So we will save the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Yeah, really, it's a very emotional and it needs to be done everyone. So thank you for the nice session. So next, without any further delay, I would like to call our next speaker. So our distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria. So he is a founder of CTM Chennai Toastmaster Club, a passionate Toastmaster. We can just call it as a superstar of CTM. So without any further delay, I would like to call General Evolvator Lokesh. Are you there? Can you just give you the brief about?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it is audible. Your voice is audible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Karthik. My target speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, is attempting level 2, project 2 of the pathway dynamic leadership. The objective of the speech is the speaker to discuss his primary leadership style or discuss about leadership styles in general. I wish my target speaker all the very best to his speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lokesh. Thank you. So without any further delay, so I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria. Tall order leadership, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria. The stage is yours.
Friends, I have few leaves here. Can you identify the trees? This one? Right up. This, of course, in the last speech it was mentioned. And this one? Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. This is a banyan tree leaves. Banyan tree, you know, is a tall order tree, and it's a tree of India. And from Buddha onwards, so many got enlightened sitting under that. And it's a home for birds and reptiles. And many people enjoy sitting here because the oxygen content there seems to be very high there. So it's a very great tree. And even everyone pray under that tree. It's so good. The next tree is the coconut tree. The coconut tree, every part of a coconut is very useful. You take the coconut husk, the shell, the pulp, the coconut water, and the coconut leaves, the stem, every part is very, very useful. Then comes the mango tree. All of us must have had the mango, isn't it? This is a fruit of India. Everyone must have had it. Whereas if I say, but this is a especially head of the states, we give mangoes as their gift to them. So good. That is, India is proud of its mangoes. Then we have the neem tree. When I was having chicken pox, this neem leaves were spread on my bed. So I was asked to sleep on that. For any communicable diseases, this is a preventive. And neem cakes are used even in manure. Neem pesticides are eco-friendly. So much good about this neem tree. Friends, yet there is something else I would like to say. This banyan tree is so good, but one problem it has. It not allow any other plants to grow under. This is, you can see in leadership also. There are leaders, they are great leaders, but they will not make another person to grow under them. That should be a threat to them. Second one, we have the coconut tree. The coconut tree is, everything is good, but to reach the coconut is a very difficult part. You have to have some skillful person only can climb up and pluck a coconut. Some leaders are like that. They are very good. You ask, reach them very easy, but to reach them is a problem. So there are leaders are like that. Another type of leaders is the mango. Mango has one problem. Very tasty, everything is good. The problem is that it is seasonal. Always you cannot have a mango, isn't it? So it is a seasonal. Some leaders are like that. They are very seasonal. I must say they are moody, or they get elected to some place, they will do everything for you. If not, they will not come. And the last I would like to say about the neem. Neem is very good, very preventive, excellent. But one trouble it does, it doesn't have a fruit which you and I can eat. This is also leadership. Some people are there, they're firefighters, they do everything if there is a problem. But by themselves, they will not come proactively to help you. With this, I would like to share my leadership skills, or my leadership style. Yes, I may allow people to grow under this. I was not very keen to have a leadership post or something, because in fact, I become president of CTM only after coming here, not in presidency club. But coming to the next one, that's a coconut. Yes, the afternoon no cannot reach me unless the house is on fire. I will never pick up the phone. But any other time, yes, once I get up, I'll definitely call you back. That's my style. Then comes the mango. I am also moody. Everything is fine, I am also fine. But if you see the another side, see, initially I was very keen on everything. I said Toastmasters. Toastmaster Appa. So I was so engrossed in Toastmasters. Then it came a charitable organization. I was very keen on administration and charitable organization. Now, probably I would have skipped it. So there is a mood for me also. That is my leadership style. Then coming to the neem. Yes, I'm also a firefighter. Is there a problem? First one, I'll run and help them. But proactively, when I'm doing something, I don't think I'm doing anything proactively. So these are my leadership style. But what we need is a hybrid tree having all this. There is one person identified as leadership, hybrid leadership. That person is Dr. Muhammad Yunus of Bangladesh. He was in search of identifying a leader to empower them. He searched everywhere. Then he said, yes, I identified. There is one leader who allows anyone to grow under them. All support. The second thing, tall order, like coconut, but always accessible. And the third, no season, always season. And the fourth, it is not only a doctor, but also a dietitian who will feed you. This leader is in every house. You and I are here because of that leader. That leader is the lady of the house. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Aram Zakaria. So I can able to recollect that I have seen the various leaders like Banyan, Faulkner, me in the career. So this was very helpful for me to recall my past 10 years of working experience. Thank you. So without any further delay, I would like to call the fourth speaker of the today. So today the fourth speaker is Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. So Toastmaster Krishna Prasad is a software engineer in US, and he's a passionate badminton and shuttle player. So in order to call the objective, to share the objectives, I would like to call Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana on stage to share the objectives of Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. Thank you.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Today, Toastmasters Krishna Prasad is going to speak on level 2 project 1 on the pathway engaging humor. The purpose of the project is for the member to identify his primary leadership style and share some aspect of his leadership style. So I wish all the best for the Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. What you Toastmaster?
Sorry, I'm presenting a speech on engaging humor. I'm presenting a speech on engaging humor, not on the leadership style.
Engaging.
What do you think?
Toastmaster Krishna Prasad.
Yes, please.
Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear him?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Can you reiterate your project? Level 2 project, right?
Yes, yes. I'm just read out the project objectives.
Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, I am still Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. You can start.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Myself, I'm Krishna Prasad. I've completed my graduation in 2006. Initially, I started with completing my 10th standard, and then I completed my diploma in for 3 years. After that, I joined one of the construction companies to see how the work is. I didn't like the work that they're pursuing there. So I decided to do my graduation in electronics through correspondence. Lucky to complete my graduation within the stipulated time. After completing my graduation, as usual, IT companies are there to take care of me. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I heard that marriages are made in heaven. I'm still searching for that heaven. I could see some similarities of Sachin Tendulkar hitting hundreds and myself in getting in girl seeing ceremonies. My parents started, my mom asked me at the age of when I'm completing my graduation, why don't you get married? Hello, why don't you get married? I told my mom, I want to love and then marry. But my mom said, why don't you love? Do you have any love proposal? Knowing about myself, all the girls are rejecting me, Ma. All the girls are disposing my proposals. Then my mom said, why don't you marry? Why don't you love after your marriage? So they are keep getting proposals to me. Meanwhile, I've started to learn basics of astrology so that I know who is a lucky girl and who is not. Whenever my parents select a fiancé, I used to reject with a lot of reasons. The bride color is bad. The bride doesn't. Bride father doesn't wealthy. Is not wealthy. I only need milky white girl. So, and one more reason I told them that the horoscope of the girl is not matching to my horoscope. So with all these reasons, I used to reject all the girls. I just realized I'm turning 32. Then the karma 2.0 started to affect on me. And the similar reasons I've started to get rejected by all the girls. One of the brides rejected, stating that you are not consistent with your studies. How can you see me consistently? The other bride said, if the horoscope is not matching with my horoscope. The next one said, she is looking for better, handsome person. And another girl shamelessly said she wanted a member who can earn 1 crore an year. I want to share one more experience why I've joined Toastmasters. In 2017, one of the brides wanted to have a word with me before we get married. So I SMS her to come to one of the famous parks in Hyderabad. We were looking for a good place. And what is a better place than under the jasmine tree? We were surprised to know that we had to purchase that place. Otherwise, we will not have peaceful time. Patting on my head, we have purchased that place and she asked me to purchase some snacks and we can talk. I've been concentrating on my snacks. She said, why can't we talk? And I said, you are eating more than me. And she gave a slap to me and ran from there. So after this fiancé also left, I wasn't getting married any more proposals. I felt that Lord Krishna had 16,000 gopikas when I'm not getting one match fixed. On 2nd January 2023, I had fallen down in dizziness in my office. My office security guy and my manager were surprised, shocked, and they have taken me to the hospital. And the doctor asked me, are you married? I said, no. Please get married soon if you don't want to see any more low BP with your health. And then I've started to get my sincere request to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Kindly look for a bride for me. I am 5 feet 6 inches. Looking for any lady around, I'm just around sweet 50, not 15. All the bald head, gray hair, this is all not because of old age. This is all just small genetical issue which can be resolved. With this, you don't underestimate with my potential. I'm still 10 to 15 years younger than my retirement age. To all this, I want to give one advice to all the Toastmasters, that the something worst place that you can be is in your head. So don't think too much or too little. Do what makes you happy. Over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kusum sir. So what my suggestion is, you can just make it as a book. Soon you will become a bestseller, and this will help us for many of the youngsters to overcome some of the issues at the beginning stage of the marriage. Thank you. So that's all for the prepared speech session. This we come to the prepared speech session component. So the table topic session, I would like to give a small brief about the table topic session. Today table topic session is going to rock the floor by our distinguished Toastmaster Meena John. She is one of the founders along with Jackson of the CPM Club and passionate Toastmaster, and we can just call it as a competition for Jackson like lady superstar of today's state. So without any further delay, I would like to call our distinguished and lovable Toastmaster Meena John on stage.
Toastmasters Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. What is table topics? Table topics is the secret weapon that Toastmasters gives you. I'm sure all of us have had this situation when you're in a meeting and the boss asks you a question. And just as Akash was talking about, that question that you studied and the question that you didn't study, if you don't know the answer to that question, follow table topics and say, sir, just now. So you've got that monkey off your back. So to the point and get ahead in life. It's very simple. You can speak for, I will be giving you different topics. You just speak for a minimum of 1 minute, and the other lights will come on within one. The yellow will come on at 1:30 and the other one at 2. And you have another 30 seconds to speak. All right. So who's going to be our first volunteer for today? Anyone? No, you can't. You're a speaker. Yes, Guru. Oh, you're a yes. Oh, you're an evaluator. No, all right. Seriously, we have a meeting. So I'm sorry, yes, but you have to do this. All right. Yes, ma'am, come. Your name? Madhu. Madam Toastmaster Madhu, there is a coin over here. Look at the data.
2016.
2016. Tell me something that happened to you in the year 2016.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So, Madhu here. I'm basically a HR professional, and today I'm officially named as a Toastmasters. Okay, so coming back to the 2016 concept, so I could able to recollect many things which happened in 2016 because that's where like I was sitting in an MBA classes and I was exploring so many things as a MBA grad. So I was just feeling that heat on my feet. So what could be my next level of career could be, and I was just looking for the options in my career. I'm a passionate, marketing person. So marketing was my major, and I was exploring all opportunities which is available in the market. That's how I landed in one of the marketing research job in Chennai. The moment I landed in Chennai officially. So the moment I landed in Chennai, so Chennai was completely new to me. I was like a Mowgli inside the forest. Like I had to explore so many things, so many people, so many genres of moments that happened in my life. That was a starting point, I could say, in my career. So I was put in a field. So every day I have to go to I have to take a local train. I have to visit all the retail outlets of Reliance and have to observe the customers. So what is the expectation of that particular product and how the customers are welcoming that product and all such things were happening. So Chennai is new, local train is new. So I had to explore people and the slang, definitely. It is very unique in Chennai. I never, everyone knows that Chennai is completely new, a complete stranger city for every new people who step into career. So that's how it started for me as well. And I had to explore so many people as a customer, as a person, and so many things has just happened. And finally, I felt that, okay, is this a job for me? Because as a girl, especially in the the hot summer period, the May month, so I had to explore all the cities on my own, on my feet. So that was kind of an adventurous internship model I have stepped into. So it was quite unique, and still now it is driving me to learn so many things in my life. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. That's one terrible topic. Who would like to try the next one? There's another coin here. I have 4 coins, but who's coming next? Any of you? Come. See, Akash, everyone saying you're in Toastmasters doing it. Your name, sir?
Pragadish.
Pragadish. So Pragadish. Okay, you just look at these numbers.
The year?
The year?
2010.
2010. 2 plus 1 is 3. Tell me 3 important things in your life.
Okay. So thank you for the opportunity. And this is the first time I'm just joining this as a guest. And myself, Pratish. I came to know both Toastmaster from my mentor, who is helping me out with the leadership skills and the communication. So this is one major problem I have to get communicative when I give a new topic. So for the topic, 3 important things in my life. I'll say first thing is being kind.
Okay.
And not hurt anyone.
Okay.
At any situations. And the third one is be expressive.
Okay.
So being kind, it is not about the year, right? So being kind, I used to get the thoughts from my father and my parents. They used to tell me that do not hurt anyone, do not be picky on their mistakes. They might be doing the things just because of their the way how they grown up or how they have brought up. So
whatever they do or whatever they behave or however they communicate to you, just be kind to them, just forgive and just go with the flow as what they will tell. And the second thing I said is be kind, and then the third one I said is expressive, being expressive. So I have very bad in being expressive. So I used to be very quiet in my family. I just go to court, I just get a seat to the corner and I just be quiet. I don't even smile for a joke. In my family, my parents start to say that, why are you being like this? I do not know. I just got into the tendency of being quiet and not being expressive with my parents. But when I being with my friends, I'm being very expressive. I just being a funny person, laugh, run, play, and all those things I'll do. So that one thing I need to express and just break barriers to come out of that tendency, and I need to grow. But I need to develop more being expressive with all the other folks.
Thank you. All right, are the others scared about being part of doing Toastmasters STEM topics? Anyone wants to volunteer? Yes, sir. Your topic. 2 proverbs. One proverb says, birds of a feather flock together. And the other one says, opposite poles attract, like poles repel.
Okay, so I have to.
Which one you believe in? Tell us about it. Which one is right?
Okay. Opposite poles attracts, but like poles repel. It's only for the magnets. This is one part of the story. But for the humans, I say like poles attract. For example, we have friends. All of us have friends, right? Have you seen some common qualities that your friends possess and you possess too? Yes. If who says no, it's like maybe they have less friends. Because we may not discover in the beginning of our friendship, but as time passes by, you will know that you and your friend possess something. Or something else will happen. Who said no for them? That what you possess will get, like you rub a magnet to this coin, it will get some magnetism. Same way, your friend will get what you have. Me, I'm an automobile engineer. I have a crazy habit that when I see any old cars or any bikes, I just stop by the bike and I go there and take a picture of it. I didn't know like some of the old bikes, which was called Suvega. Then there was a thing called the Puk, Hero Puk or something like that. Then I Google a lot of things. Now, whenever we speak, my friends, when I speak with my friends in the tea shop, we discuss about cars. This is the habit which I had, which I have passed on to my friends. So I say that like poles attract for humans, not the opposites. Then I have like when we are in college, this guy is sitting here, he's my college friend. I didn't have a habit of reading magazine. I hate reading and I was a slow writer when I was a kid. But after meeting him, he had a habit of reading magazines or like Techno, Gadgetica, then we have Digit, Chip, something like that. And because of that, I possess his habit. And now I have a habit of reading. During my free time, I started reading magazines and knowing about stuff. Then I started buying magazines. Using even they used to give freebies like CDs, and I used to use that and see what are the things in that e-magazine as well. So I said opposite poles doesn't attract, like poles attract. This is my conclusion back to you. Ryan, Toastmaster Ryan.
Toastmaster Ryan. So okay, since the rest of you are kind of new, he said he talked about the habit of reading. So I'm giving the topic to anyone who would like to take it up, which is that reading can lead you to new beginnings. Reading can lead you to two new beginnings. Any of the guests, would you like to take that? You can agree or you can disagree. Feel free. Yes, sir. Name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Leander? Yes, Leander. Reading it.
Good evening, all of you here. Actually, this is my first time doing a speech ever. So somehow, like somehow I escaped school, BCom and my MBA to like skip doing speeches. So whenever they tell me to do a speech, I used to that day I'll take an off. I'll cut my classes or something. So reading, actually, when I was like, in 2001, I was like kind of a low point in my life. Whereas I was working in a finance company, BNY, Bank of New York, but I didn't like the job. So I decided that, okay, one I should quit or stay in the job I don't like. So I just closed my eyes. Like I think I was working for 4 months, and I decided to leave it. Then I realized that okay, now what I'm going to do in my life, I have like no idea, no pathway, nothing. So I think my uncle gifted a book. I think I don't remember the name. I think it's Power of Positive Thing or something. That book, no, actually, it like changed my life. Like it says, like if you imagine something, you will get it. So that okay, I have nothing to lose. Let me do it. So like I used to think like okay, let me imagine from 10 years how I'm going, what I'm going to do. From 2 years, what I'm going to, where I'm going to be. Then like after that, okay, my parents said that okay, like join an MBA. So I was thinking, I don't know what like MBA. I had no idea. So okay, I thought, let me give it a try. And my goal was I have to get a package of 40,000 per month. That was my goal. But I know I'm not so qualified for it. But I just thought because one of my friends when he was 24, he had a 40,000 package a month. So I thought, okay, let me aim for that. Then in college went, then a campus interview came. I'm an average student by the way. So then actually I was trying many opportunities and with a little lower package. But something was in me which I was imagined that I have to get a job which pays me 40,000. Otherwise, like that is the end goal. So every morning I should just think of it. Then as positively it was, it happened. I got a job in Guaico projects, which pays exactly 40,000 a month. And I think yearly around 4.9 lakhs of the package. Yeah, then I thought, okay, if this could happen, and like I'm a normal student, like below average also you can say. For me, this technique is like so useful to me. Maybe okay, I can implement it in my future growth. Like my goal is like to start a business my friends can to start together something like that. So I imagine stuff. Let me see where it goes. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other guests willing to try, or shall I get back to the role players? Anyone willing to try? Toastmaster Poliswami. Okay, you can pick a coin.
This one.
Okay. 2016. Yeah. Nine things you would like to do in Toastmasters.
Wow. 9 things.
9 things.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening. The first of all, one thing I want to do is to improve my communication and leadership skills. And second thing I want to do after improving, I want to be an inspiration and make others to follow Toastmasters. Third thing I want to do is while improving the communication skills, I want to improve my English language. So I want to join English class, so that I'll do third. The fourth, I want to do as a vice president membership to make more people join in Toastmasters Club. Fifth thing I want to do is helping the ExCom to achieve the goals as well as to win the awards. Sixth thing I want to do is set a target for the next term, how to transition, how to take the next position. So for that, what should I do? Seventh thing I want to do is be a mentor after 1 year to few of the upcoming members and inspire them, help them to be a better communicator. Eighth thing I want to do is making Toastmaster Lakshminarayana again the president. While I think I'll be next to taking up vice president membership. Vice President Education. Thank you.
Topic for you, yes. I'll give you one word. The word is bank. You can talk about bank, but you cannot use the word money. Over to you.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening. There are many banks. One biggest bank is the land bank. Maybe a few years back, people are talking about the land bank, and those who are having land banks were the richest today. Then we never thought of land banks. We were talking already, bank means something else. There is some financial transaction. There are many other things. And banks, those who have land, they become very rich. So what I suggest is that you must think of something else beyond what we see every day. So we were talking about artificial intelligence. I can write a poem. In fact, in 1 minute, I wrote a poem and give it to her. I shown it to Rekha also. Very easy. Artificial intelligence. And probably after 20 years, we don't need a driver. We don't need a car. It could be that way. Even the other day, there was a demonstration from IIT to T Nagar, one helicopters, something they say. It has come. And you are the only person sitting there, no pilot. Imagine. With an app, you have to do. If it is going to be, I'm out. So things are changing, and we have to think of something else beyond our time. So probably I joined Toastmasters maybe beyond my time. 20 years back, I don't think anybody at my age would have joined Toastmasters. So they all joined because they have flair for the language, they have love for the language. And I was very poor in that. Let me see what is happening there. Daringly, I went there. I know I may collapse there. Because I know that all these people are there, all big academicians, all language experts are there. I thought, okay, let me see what's happening. After all, this is only Chennai, I can go home. But I did it. So friends, you have to bank and bang on it. Thank you.
Awesome. So you can always bank on Abraham to give you a good table talks. Yes. Anyone else? One more word challenge or a coin?
Yes.
You can come here and decide.
I vote online.
Yes. Yes, sir. How many topics? Table, how much more time do I have? Yes, sir. 11 Chennai. How much time? One more topic. All right. So what do you want? You want the coin or you want a challenge? Okay. So take what do you have to take? This is me with the same coin. Everyone is taking that one. Yeah. What's it?
Again, 2016.
Again to the. So you want to take it from the
2010.
2010. So 3 years from now, where do you see this?
So, good evening, Toastmasters and the fellow guests. So, I am Nilanjarian, and I work as a marketing manager for one of the SaaS products, Kissflow. So, this is my first session attending as a guest to see, what is really happening in Toastmasters to see whether like there's something like I could leverage to improve my public speaking skills, right? So yeah, going to the topic like so currently I work as a marketing manager. Probably in the next 3 years, what I want to become. So maybe before telling like what I want to become in the next 3 years, probably I'll talk about like how we ended up becoming a marketer. Then probably you'll know why I care much about like what I want to do in the next 3 years, right? So like everybody else, I'm not sure like how many of you are engineers, right? But whatever profession you took is not something related to engineering. So I'm one of those guys where I'm pushed to study engineering, and for 4 years, I don't know like what I learned, and after 4 years, I don't know what to do. Then marketing happened as an accident for me. That is like one of my friend, like I was searching for a job, and one of my friend told like, you know what, there is something called digital marketing, and I am getting paid like 10,000 rupees. This is way back in 2008, right? So at the time I started as a digital marketing analyst, and then I started my career from there. So since like, if I had any passion, I would have fought with my parents. I don't want to do engineering. I want to do something else, right? So I don't know what to do in life. So everything just happened for me. So also marketing happened for me. Then after a certain point, like it's more like it's our societal pressure, right? So you want to secure, you want to secure your future, you want to have a stable life. That's when you can get married. That's when you can be a respectable person in the society, right? So that's how it started. So I grabbed to marketing because I don't know what else to do. Then kind of years went by, and I have been in the marketing field for the last 12 years. And at some point, maybe in 2012 or 2013, I decided, okay, I'll already lost so many years, and I have really invested a lot of time and effort in marketing. So probably I should take it as a career. So I should take it as a profession and career, and I should build my career in marketing. So now I have become a marketing manager. Probably down the road, I want to become chief marketing officer for one of the big products, or even like I should stay in my company and take it to the global market and lead the marketing efforts for the brand.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the coins, the banks are all over. I hand it back to Toastmaster today. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nina,
Welcome.
to make us engage for the last 15 minutes without any boring. So, as I told in the beginning, the Toastmaster have 3 segments: prepared speech. It has been completed with 4 people. And second is the table topic session, which is being completed by DTM Nina. And the third topic is the evaluation portion. So before going to the evaluation portion, as a part of today's theme, new beginning, I would like to share some thoughts of the new beginning. Everyone have these feelings, like whenever you've became part of new beginning, you have a small worry in it. When you become start your schooling, your parents take you and just put it in the school. You started to feel the atmosphere or ambience might be uncomfortable, so you'll have a small worry. The same for college. After complete your schoolings, when you move for the college, you have a different kinds of friends come back to school, and you feel that I'm going to challenge something else. So you feel a little worry. After completing your college, when you go back to work, you feel, okay, I'm going to take the challenge for my future. You will have a little worry. When you are going for a marriage from the next part of life, you feel the same worry, okay, I have too much of responsibilities, I need to take care of another one person, I need to travel with them. So this is how the new beginning will start. Everywhere there is a worry. So one of my senior colleague who retired last year has given me a small suggestion, which some of them might be seen in the YouTube or Instagram clips. He asked me, if you have any worry, do you have a solution? Yes. then why are you getting worried? Just go. Or if you don't have any solution, why are you getting worried? You don't have any solution, then why are you getting worried? Just make it as a goal. Now he retired and he was in a very comfortable position. He's out of India. So I used to send a mail to him. So after completing all his reply, he just put one word. Every beginning, please don't be worried. So that's taught me to take this as a topic of new beginning. So without any further delay, I would like to go back to the third session of today. So I would like to call our Toastmaster Deepak Thompson on stage. Toastmaster Deepak Thompson.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Now to start with the evaluation session, and we have four speeches. We have 4 evaluators, and for the first speech given by Toastmaster Akash, the speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Guru Ayyappan. Toastmaster Guru Ayyappan is a very senior most one of the senior most Toastmaster from Chennai Toastmasters Club, and he is the past president of the Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Guru Ayyappan, the stage is yours.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, please give a big round of applause for Akash for completing his level 1 project. What awesome speech it was. You had everything in it. It was amazing, kindly, amazing, assertive, skilled, and humorous. Everything in it. So why is this is nothing but our short form of explanation for Akash. This is how I have evaluated you. Assertive. First coming to assertiveness. He was very assertive in his speech. He was very clear in what he's going to talk. He talked about his childhood days, then he talked about his school days, then he talked about his college days and everything. But probably I'll come something in areas of recommendation for him. Now, coming to emotion part, that is kindly. He could have bit more with some emotive, even though this is icebreaker, it is not expected of him. But if he had showed, when he had heard his by brothers pages, used to tell their pages, if he had showed bit of voice modulation or something like that, then it have added more humor to this. And the third part I come to is humor. You have a wonderful sense of humor. If you just need to work on, you are joined with that, and over a period of time, you will definitely improve your skill, but you have potential to be a great humorous speaker. So that I can sense it in your speech when you are talking about your school examples and how one you missed one question and how I retained another question. I think those things are wonderful examples for a wonderful sense of humor shown. And then sky. Now, when your assertiveness and humor is sky level, as some is said, sky has no limit. Sky means Surya Kumar Yadav, it's not Surya Kumar Yadav, it's sky. Your humor and your assertiveness has no limits. So it is fully border. So only thing is, and then coming to humor, you have got a great sense of humor. So now coming to recommendation, you could have added more about your goals and what is your plans for the future and how you join Toastmasters. Number 1. Number 2, if anyone says, any icebreaker speaker says I am not nervous, then they are lying. Everyone, even experienced speaker like me, have nervousness in my speech. So that nervousness speech will be there in all your speeches. So just to practice makes it perfect. So just to practice in front of mirror, that will make you a much better speaker. Overall, it was a wonderful, awesome speech. Akash stands for A for assertive, K for kindle, A for amazing, S for sky, and H for humor. That is Akash for you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Guru Ayyappan. What a wonderful acronyms. Explained very well. Thank you. To go on to the next evaluation, for evaluating Toastmaster Satish, we have Toastmaster Palanisamy. And Toastmaster Palanisamy is a leather technologist by profession, and he is the current Vice President membership.
Toastmaster Palmisami. The stage is yours.
Good evening, my topic speaker, Toastmasters Satish. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Thank you, Satish, for delivering a speech about an important topic, water. You covered the importance of water, the issue of water scarcity, how it is wasted, and the solution about water saving, as well as how not to waste water. And also, it's an informative to know that even the drainage water was used by a farmer for a purpose. So it was an important information. This is the very good part of your speech. From your delivery, because the project is towards vocal variety and body language, I have 4 recommendations. At the beginning of the speech, you kept your left hand inside your pocket. Probably you realized after some time that that realization I realized about a minute time. Yes, you took it out. You could have used your hands in a better way. Only you are using your right hand. You kept your left hand to a restricted level. So that could have been made better. Water is an important resource. It's an important problem. When we are addressing such an important problem, probably a vocal variety and emotional appeal would make it even better. When you're appealing not to waste water, how to save water when we are using, probably instead of an informative, if you're able to make an emotional appeal, this would have been even better. So your voice was flat most of the part. I would like to recommend that as a focus to how to use a variety of voice. So with a better preparation, you can give much impactful speech. Thank you and all the best for your future speeches. Thank you and also level pitches.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Next off to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Lokesh. Toastmaster Lokesh is a student from IIT Bombay, and he has joined the CTM to build a rapport and network with people. Toastmaster Lokesh.
Thank you, General Evaluator. What an hello, am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll start. So, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria gave an excellent speech on different leadership styles with leaves. Whenever I used to evaluate, I used to slacken a little bit, but in this speech, I was completely glued to the speech from the beginning. An excellent informative speech it was. A very big kudos to you, DTM Abraham Zakaria. I will now tell you about what things I enjoyed in your speech, and I have one suggestion for you. First thing is, I enjoyed the research you had done for this speech. You discussed about the different leadership styles with just different leaves and trees. You talked about banyan tree, coconut tree, mango tree, and finally, you also brought the analogies between the leadership style and the tree you spoke about. That was a very innovative way, and through this, you also were able to engage completely and engross people with this innovative way in which you discussed. A big kudos to you. My second commendation is that you had completely fulfilled the objectives of your speech. You talked about the different leadership styles, and also you talked about your personal anecdotes about how you had fit into each of the leadership styles you spoke about. You talked about being president, and you said how that reflected with one of the trees which you mentioned. And again, you talked about your different roles which you had taken and the ways in which the trees share the traits of that. So very kudos to you in fulfilling the objectives of your speech. Now let me come on to this suggestion. My first suggestion is that I felt you could have been a bit careful with some controversial content in your speech. In your speech, you mentioned about Modi twice in your speech. One of the protocol of Toastmasters is to refrain from talking about politics. What I felt was that you could have used Prime Minister of India, not use a direct political figure name in a speech. This could lead to a bit of controversy, or it also violates that it's more talked about politics. So my suggestion is that next time you can double check your speech and check for any controversial content, and don't use direct names in the speech. My second suggestion was that I felt you could have used the space a little bit more. You could have walked and talked about each leadership style, so that you are using the entire space which is given to you. Overall, I found it was an excellent speech, and it was very informative to me. And through your speech, I learned about different leadership styles, and laconically, you gave this wonderful speech with a good with usage of leaves. Over to you, General Evaluator.
To start, let me clarify on the purpose of the speech. I read it wrong because of miscommunication. I thought it was a leadership style, but speech I thought something different. Then I clarified it. So let me first, the project is to begin developing and color humor. That's the purpose of this speech project. The timer you can start. Let me start the presentation. So good evening, Toastmaster guests. My dear friends, and a special mention to my target speaker, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, for delivering a wonderful humorous speech. Let us give a big round of applause. This applause is first to appreciating for delivering a speech, standing up and delivering a speech, which is very important, especially when you do an online speech. Yes, in physical venue, we come here and speak, but kudos to you for doing that. And the delivery was also good. And your topic choice of humorous topics were really good. You chose the marriage, which is more relevant to all the people here, including the married people and also the bachelors. So you started with the humor, like the marriages were made in heaven, and you're still searching for marriage. That was a good piece of humor into it. And then you extended it up, like you wanted to first love and get married, and you told about your suggestions by your mom to first choose girl, marry, and then love. That is usual we all get. And my personal suggestion could be like, I'm married, so the people will say that if you get into arranged marriage, it's like someone pushing into a well. If you marry yourself, you are going falling into the well. So with the hint that you don't know swimming, you think that you'll go jump in and learn the swimming. That's it. So anyway, once you jump in, you have to learn swimming. That's nothing to do it. And then some of these stories you mentioned about small stories related to looking for a girl, because people rejecting because of a age factor and salary factors. That all usual things I can very personally relate to myself also. I got married at the age of 38. Probably that could be a motivation for you that you still have time to get married. And I'm not going to say what happens later. Okay, that's one point. And you also told about the excuse what you went to a shop where you had to purchase. I really thought you're going to purchase the shop. Then I realized you're going to buy something in the shop, and because of eating habit, the girl rejected. There will be a lot of reasons, and you had pointed out, listed one by one humor in it to show, to bring in the humor, whatever you faced in. So that's what fulfills the project. You actually met the project objectives. Kudos to you for that. And finally, you mentioned about you're still looking for a girl. That was a good point. Okay, but I don't know what's the agenda in joining Toastmasters, but if that is, I wish you all the best. And coming to the suggestions, I wanted to say is that as someone, we used to say that humor is a serious business, right? So that seriousness should be the preparation of the speech or script, whatever it is. But when you deliver it, you should bring in more humor. Sometimes you can keep your face serious, but make people to laugh. But it was most of your delivery time, I see you are serious and people are also serious. So you need to, we have to watch closely to get the humor part. So you have to work on it and bringing in an engaging humor. The path itself is your pathway itself is an engaging humor pathway. So you have to work on it. And then and the second suggestion is be like when you do a delivery through online, please ensure that your body is fully covered through the camera. Sometimes you're not visible fully, only the upper part of your body is, some of your hand gestures are not visible. So you can work on it, and I wish you better speeches, more engaging humor speeches in future. All the best to you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. And of course, you also added some humor to the evaluation session. So, and now let me call upon table topics evaluated Toastmaster Rekha. Toastmaster Rekha is a senior Toastmaster from Chennai Toastmaster Club, past president, and also she is an entrepreneur as well, and an energetic person. Thank you.
Now I have to keep up to his word to being energetic.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I am a table topic master, table topic evaluator. So this is not a marathon, this is a sprint for me. And not only the TT speakers have butterflies in the stomach, even the TT evaluators do have butterflies in the stomach, because I have to evaluate every speech. Timer, please note, every speaker, I have only 30 seconds to evaluate. So 3.5 minutes is my minimum time, and 4.5 is my maximum. Okay. So to start with, the first speaker got a coin, and 2016, anything that happened to you, Toastmaster Madhu spoke on the topic, and she beautifully, immediately she connected to the topic. That was I should appreciate her for that. She said like she started her MBA in her college, like how she landed up in the marketing, and she spoke about the career. And 2016, I think I was able to visualize how was her 2016. She exploring marketing, she exploring Chennai, and she beautifully said like Chennai was new, slang was new, people was new. I was able to feel her. So that personal story was what relatable. And I like the phrases, heat on the feet, Mowgli inside. She was feeling like a Mowgli inside the forest. So that was good. My red light is burning, which means 3.5. 3.5 is over. I've just started. That's okay. You can, yeah. 3.5, 4 and 4.5. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. The next speaker was guest Pragadish. 3 important things in life. I love the way he started. He started to say that what are the 3 things, and he listed the 3 things, and he started to elaborate on each and every thing. The only thing is somewhere there was butterfly in the stomach, and then you got nervous, and then you lost the second point. But it's okay for a guest. You did a fabulous job. Just one thing is, maybe you can take this as a learning. At the end, you can do a conclusion of what were the 3 things. It would be a proper conclusion, right? So that's a learning. That's okay. You did a great job as a guest. The third speaker was Toastmaster Ryan. Unlike poles, like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. And beautifully done, he went against the topic. It is not necessary for the person to speak for the topic. He can also speak, the speaker can speak against this topic, and he connected with a personal story. So always a speech with a personal story is most relatable. And he had a beautiful opening to start with a question. So you have friends, is there any common things among your friends? And he waited for a few seconds for others to answer, and he received an answer, and from there he picked the thread and he started to say how he has common interest with friends, and even though it is no common interest, they tend to get common interest. So that was good. And in between, I could realize like somewhere you were going in another direction, but you realized that and you immediately connected to the topic. Well done for the Toastmaster Rayan. And Toastmaster guest Leander, you spoke about reading, and you said you were speaking for the first time. You did not appear as a first speaker. There was a personal story. You are a very good personal speaker, because I was able to travel with you. How you said like you did not like the job, quit the job, read a book, and then yourself through affirmation, you got a job. So that was a message in your story. That was lovely. The one thing again, you could have brought in a stronger conclusion, but for a guest, you did a very great job. And every speakers had introduction. The speech doesn't require a self-introduction. Right? And fifth speaker, Toastmaster Painiswamy, you did a great job by listing down what are the 9 things you want to do. And it was a balance between what you want to take from Toastmasters and what you want to give back to the Toastmasters. Excellent. Again, a stronger conclusion would have made the speech a complete speech. Anyway, I will exceed the time. It's okay. You cannot use the word money, but speak about bank. Toastmaster Zach spoke, and this was a very new topic or very new concept of land banks. You started with a very different thought and beautiful thought, but in between you went into AI and then went into Toastmasters and went into all directions, and again last came back to say bank and bang on it. So I appreciate your effort to speak about bank without using the word money. And the last speaker, guest Ellen Cherian, spoke about 3 years from now where you would like to see yourself. You are a good storyteller. You told about your personal story. Naturally, you have to say about your personal story. The one thing I liked is you started from your present. What am I current? Right? And then went back to say how you reached your present, and from there, how you want to reach the future. So that was a beautiful narration of where you want to see yourself. Lovely. I don't think I have anything recommendation for you. So this is the TT evaluation for you. Now I hand over the control.
I have done so many evaluations also. I have never seen a very excellent evaluation for table topics. That is very beautifully narrated, and it's very difficult also. I understand. Thank you. So, now it's time for us to hear about the reports for today. So let us go on with the timer report. Timer, Toastmaster Naveen, please share your report. Toastmaster Palanisamy, Sergeant at Arms, time taken 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Navidad, Presiding Officer, time taken 1 minute 58 seconds. Toastmaster Karthik as the Toastmaster of the day, time taken 3 minutes 15 seconds. And for the General Evaluator introduction and tag team objectives, time taken 4 minutes 38 seconds. And again, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Karthik, time taken 1 minute 10 seconds. And for the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Akash, 7 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster Satish Kumar, 5 minutes 43 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, 6 minutes 32 seconds. And Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, 6 minutes 25 seconds. And for the table topic introduction, distinguished Toastmaster Ninajam, 2 minutes 12 seconds. And guest Toastmaster Madhu, 2 minutes 42 seconds. Guest Pragatis, 2 minutes 5 seconds. Guest Toastmaster Rian, 2 minutes 41 seconds. Guest Leander, 2 minutes 46 seconds. Toastmaster Palisami, 1 minute 55 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zagaria, 1 minute 56 seconds. Guest Ilanjalian, 2 minutes 59 seconds. And for the evaluation portion, evaluators, Toastmaster Guru Ayappan, 2 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Palisami, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Lokesh, 3 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, 3 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Rekha for TT evaluation, 4 minutes 52 seconds. Table topic qualified speakers for best table topic speaker or guest Prakatis, Toastmaster Palanisamy, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, and for evaluators all are qualified. And for the prepared speakers, Toastmaster Satish Kumar, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad.
Now it's time to hear from our accountant, Toastmaster Ashkar. Please share your accountant report.
Good evening to Toastmaster and guests. I'm presenting my accountant report. GM Palanisamy, I'm on time. GM Karthik, I'm on time. So 3 times. GM Deepak, I'm on time. So 3 times. Then prepared speaker, GM Akash, 3 times. I'm on time. So 2 times. Fast 5 times. GM Sadish, 5 times. 3 times. So 2 times. Fast 1 time. GM Krishna Prasad, 1 time. 2 times. Fast 1 time. Then table topic, GM Madhu, 3 times, so 2 times, pass 1 time. Guest Pradesh, 1 time, 2 times, pass 1 time. GM Ryan, 1 time. Guest Leander, 1 time, 2 times, so 1 time. GM Palanisamy, 1 time, so 1 time. Guest Elanchelian, 3 times, 2 times, so 4 times. Then evaluation, Palanisamy, 1 time, 1 time. GM Lokesh, 2 times. GM Lakshmi Narayana, 2 times, so 2 times. So that's my report. Over to presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashkar. Now it's time for grammarian report. Toastmaster Sudhi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Please, could you clarify me whether I'm audible or not, because there is a Wi-Fi net disconnection here.
Yes, you are audible, Toastmaster Sudhi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. So moving on to the grammarian's report, Toastmaster Akash, starting with the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Akash used long ago. We do not have to use one single word to exaggerate the meaning of a sentence or to explain a sentence. Instead, we could use a very long time ago. And another phrase he used is, I kept my brother's name. The right way to use is to use, I named my brother so and so. And he also used, I was feared. And the right way to use is to use, I was afraid. And he also used, questions will be cummed. Instead, he could have used, you may get this question in your examination. And also he used, I gone. Instead, he could use, I went. And again, moving on, my brain kept on saying, sometimes we do not have to use kept on or keeping on. Instead, we could use, my brain continued saying. And the good phrases Toastmaster Akash used was, whatever you want to do it today. It was good. And Toastmaster Satish used, again, kept on cutting down the trees. Instead, he could use continued deforestation. And second one he used is rain was there that one day. Instead, he could have used it rained that day. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham, I didn't find any wrong usages there, but I like the way he compared trees to contemporary leaders to explain or make us understand about the leadership skills. It was great. He used a few good words like engrossed, proactively, lady of the house. It was good. And moving on to Toastmaster Krishna Prasad, he used fallen down in dizziness. Instead, he could have shortened down the sentence with a single word called fainted. So, and moving on to table topic sessions, Pragadesh used being kind and being expressive, and also Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nina ma'am used opposite poles attract but like poles repel. Reading can lead you to new beginnings. There were two phrases which I like the most, and that's it. That's the end of the report. Thank you. And I couldn't find anyone using the phrase of the day and also the word of the day. I encourage everyone to use it from the next. I encourage everyone to use it from the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shruti. Before I go on to the evaluation for today, as part of my job, it's a general evaluator role. Before going into that, I would like to request everyone to fill in your polls. So please note, you have to poll for best speaker, best evaluator, best tag player, and best TT speaker, as well as best role player. I would like to clarify.
Can you read out the names of the speakers who you have yesterday? Yeah. So for each thing, like best speaker, these are the best speakers, best evaluated, these are this.
Okay.
So for best prepared speakers, you can vote one among them: Toastmaster Satish Kumar, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria, Toastmaster Krishna Prasad. And for the best evaluators, you can vote one among them: Toastmaster Guruvayurappan, Toastmaster Palnisamy, Toastmaster Lokesh, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, and Toastmaster Rekha. And for the best tag player among timer, Toastmaster Naveen Raj, and accounter, Toastmaster Akshar, and for grammarian, Toastmaster Shruti. And for the best role player, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Karthik, and general evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak, and our table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster Nina. And for the best table topic speaker, yes, Pragadish, Toastmaster Palnisamy, distinguished Toastmaster Abraham.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naveen. Before you fill up the best role player, hold on for a minute because I need to give my report. Okay, thank you. So while people are voting, I would like to continue with my evaluation. And today the meeting started late by 6 minutes, and I think we can keep up that in the next meeting. And our TMOD Toastmaster Karthik has done a marvelous job. And again, before starting up with the next speaker, you did a very good job in connecting the speeches. So that's a very good job. Appreciate you on that. And you have made the entire audience being attentive, and that is very good. And the overall meeting has been very good. It's a very good meeting. And in the meantime, for the improvement points, I do have a few things in mind. One is I would like to talk about the risk while people are voting. I would like to talk about the risk actually. What is the risk? We have to identify the risk before the meeting. We have to analyze the risk We have to manage the risk, and we have to, if there is no answer to it, we have to mitigate the risk. So these 4 risks are there, which we usually do in the IT culture. But the thing is here is Toastmasters Naveen has very well analyzed the risk, identified the risk. So he identified what he identified. He identified no one has given the names for the taking up roles. So volunteers are being less. So that's a very big risk, right, to manage a meeting. So what he has done is he has able to successfully analyze what I can do, and he managed by giving the roles at the last minute. That is, I would like to appreciate him on that, but rather I would like to encourage the Toastmasters to come up with the volunteer themselves for taking up roles. Why taking up roles is more important. It will help you grow as well as it will help others grow. So this Toastmasters is a democratic club. I usually say of the people, by the people, for the people. Instead, this is the of the Toastmasters, by the Toastmasters, and for the Toastmasters. Everyone takes up, show motivation to the ExCom team members as well, so they can assign the roles and responsibilities earlier, like at least 3 days earlier. They can release the agendas with all the things. So that will help the ExCom members. Thank you very much. And apart from that, I just want to end by saying that this is a new beginning. As the Toastmaster of the day say, let us go forward with a new beginning. Everyone starts volunteering. That's the new beginning going to be for today. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak. So everyone rock the floor. At the final minute, you just kill everyone and you just rule the crowd. So that's all for today. So I think we started the meeting 6 minutes late, but almost we have come to our final stage of the meeting. So today, right now, I'm just signing off for the Toastmaster of the day. So we'll see you in the next upcoming meeting. Thank you all. Thank you. So I'm handing over the session to our President Toastmaster.
Yes, give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
You keep talking for that 1 minute.
Since it's as a theme, I told it's a new beginning. So whenever there is a new beginning, there is a new learning which is being born there. So if you start with the new learning, only one thing you need to keep in mind is consistency. Tomorrow is my exam, or tomorrow is my day. I need to prepare anything. If you maintain the consistency, if it is an exam, if it is your day, or if it is any competition, you never ever worry about that, which I told in the beginning. So if you just keep the consistency whenever you are going to start a new beginning until the end of the session or until the end of the thing, you will always have a good rapport with the people and good connectivity in your control. So whenever you are going for present anything or you are going to give any public speaking, if you just maintain the consistency, you never want to worry about anything. You can just simply rock the flow. That is the only piece of advice which I like to give as a TMOD of the day. So I'm handing over the session to our President, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for wonderfully conducting the whole meeting. And with this, we came to the end of part of the meeting. So we would like to get the guest feedback from. Can you please share about how the meeting proceedings and share a few words about the things?
Because the first time, as I said before, hearing the topic days and assessing our skills also, it is good that people are evaluating and just providing solutions. And one feedback I had, even I wrote that is it was very hard for me to hear the audio notes. So I'm unable to listen what they said, and I'm not able to even last minute the grammarian said that there was a word of the day or something, but I was not able to listen that what is the words why. So that is one feedback I would say. would like to share, and it is thanks to everyone here and just helping us out and for the others. First of all the four speakers spoke really well, and as a special mention, I want to talk about Mr. Zakaria's speech. I never came across a speech like that. He gave an example of how trees will be similar to a leadership quality, and I really feel that this club is a great place to improve our communication relationships itself. Today, actually, I have no expectations. Then, as a senior everyone speak, it's good to gain knowledge from everyone. And that will also be more useful for gain knowledge and that's our application. So my name is Nitish. This is my first day in the Toastmasters. So my friend here, he persuaded, he kept pushing me to come and join the session. So, it was really an informative session because each and every speaker had their own unique way of expressing their thoughts. And it was really good in terms of, learning process, to understand how we can do our communication skills. And one small suggestion of improvement is the same point which friend just thought is that should have been used, but some of the points were not mentioned. Thank you.
This is not my first time, it's my second meeting, so I can say that great work, especially the role players, but one suggestion that role players would have been offline. Because many people face issues regarding audio and other things, so role players could have been offline, so that it will be easy for the guests to catch up the flow. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, this is my first meeting, but thank you for being very accommodating. So I never felt like I've been in a new place. So nearly one like I felt like I'm thanks for that. And the one thing that I like about this is in learning, feedback is very important. Like, without feedback, you can't learn. And to get feedback on the floor is I think that would help a lot, and I think that's one of the differentiators for Toastmasters. Thanks for it. And regarding what to be improved, I think both of them are for evaluators, like if they are offering them to be because about how we communicate the general evaluator, like the kind of feedback that we receive from that is not so well like when we hear it online. This is my first meeting. Sometimes how professionally clubs being done. Thing is that not being part of any clubs. So my college personality that it's more slowly organized and it could get quite messy at times. So these are things that are loving for the first time. People have their own opportunity after they are going after their professional job. So that's a very positive thing that I would love to get. Just looking forward to the time at what then. Myself, my name is Mansoor. It's the first meeting I contacted Parliament for the great application I had. It is an icebreaking session where everyone is provided to speak. I myself, I come there from top to bottom I am sugar. So it was really good session, and where everyone's going to feedback about all these speeches done. So they can improve the coming speeches and finally they can become a really good speaker. So it's a really nice session to be part of. This time. And I believe this place is to make mistakes, and the audience is pretty receptive on people making mistakes. And there is also a good thing that people give live feedback to the speech givers. So I think this is a wonderful place to be, to make mistakes and to be better the next time. So looking forward to this.
And it's my honor to congratulate the first time role players, Toastmaster Karthik as the Toastmaster of the day. And Toastmaster Akshat, who plays the counter for the first time. And it's our privilege to give the standing ovation to Toastmaster Akash, who completed his icebreaker speech. Please come forward.
Thank you all.
Okay, the best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Palisamy.
Keep up your promise.
But I'm not sure about making Lakshmanarana as a president again. Except that-
And the best tag player goes to grammarian Toastmaster Shruti. And the best evaluator goes to our table topic evaluator Toastmaster Rekha.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And the best speaker goes to our distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Zakaria. And the best role player goes to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Karthik. Okay, with this, we came to the end of our meeting, and for benefit of the guests, you can contact our Toastmaster Palisamy Vice President membership to know more about Toastmasters and the joining procedures of the club. And we have the wonderful snacks in the cafeteria. So with this, I officially declare meeting number 864 closed. Yeah.
As usual, Thank you.
It's my.
Thank you. Nice, Gavin. We wanted it from there.
No, yes, we collected it from Toastmaster Abhiram from district. From district we received this with one podium, small podium named Chennai Toastmasters.
Previously, it was very small. Now it is very big. I told earlier that it is easy to control those monsters. Now it is